evening, welcome to The Nest. I'm your host, Maureen Y254, and here we speak everything about parenthood. Now, the conversation about fatherhood continues. There's a common saying that goes like this: anyone can be a father, but not everyone can be a dad. Or is it vice versa? You know what I mean. It's about being present, it's about providing, it's about protecting and taking care of those who rely on you, whether you are a father biologically, legally, or by default, meaning you make a choice to be a father to somebody. And there's also the aspect of a father figure. You can have a bonus dad who is also a man you can look up to. Do we have a crisis of fatherhood in this country? Well, we'll find out in a conversation with two wonderful dads who have decided to be present fathers, and they are very passionate about talking about this issue of fatherhood, and I cannot wait to let you guys hear all about it from them. Meanwhile, watch this video and we'll be right back.
Fatherhood is a state of being a father. This is by having one or more children. Fatherhood can also happen through adoption or by marrying or becoming a partner to someone with children. It is a gender-specific version of the term parenthood. Childcare isn't only a mother's responsibility. Fathers, just like mothers, are pillars in the development of a child's emotional well-being. Children look to their fathers to provide a feeling of security, both physical and emotional. The research on fathering is undisputable. Fathers have a crucial role to play in a child's cognitive and social development. It also instills an overall sense of well-being and self-confidence in a child. A good father makes all the difference in a child's life. He's a pillar of strength, support, and joy. A good father loves his children but doesn't let them get away with everything and disapproves of his children's misdeeds. Fatherhood is crucial as they are role models to their children and therefore often need to be cautious on the kind of legacy they leave behind. Good dads go above and beyond for their families and are considerate of how other people feel and what they might need. They take initiative and don't give up even if something doesn't work out on the first try. They are involved in family life and regularly show gratitude. Most often, children want to make their fathers proud, and an involved father promotes inner growth and strength. On today's show, we talk to fathers and understand in details what fatherhood means.
Welcome back. And again, the day goes with fatherhood. Fatherhood, fatherhood, fatherhood. We cannot talk enough about fathering and about fatherhood. And our first guest today is Mr. Hillary, although I'll let him introduce himself as we continue with this conversation about being a parent and in particular about being a father. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Maureen.
Yes.
As she's just introduced me by my first name,
Yes.
Hillary.
Yes.
Tunajuana from far. So my name's Hillary Adala. I'm a father, and I'm proud to be a father.
Yes.
I'm a father of two. So I have a son who's 8. He's called Tyrone. And then I have a daughter who's 4. Her name is Taraji. And I'm a lifestyle coach.
Yes.
And that's where Maureen knows me from.
Yes.
Yep.
And he tried to get me into the right path. I took off. Yeah, but I think what you do is so amazing. It's needed. And I know we have deficiency per se when it comes to talking about fatherhood. And you can witness or you can bear me witness by agreeing that there's so much, the shoe is too big to fill in. We have absent fathers, we have fathers who don't care, we have fathers who've decided they're going to be once in a year fathers. There are fathers who have decided I'll buy lollipop and I'll never appear again until the next time I feel like I need to show up.
Yep.
According to you, what is fatherhood?
For me, fatherhood is a big thing, but you know, most of the time when you say it's a big thing, we scare away some people who want to be fathers.
Absolutely.
It's a big thing, yes, but it's fun, it's easy, and it's exciting.
Yes.
But it's something that you have to be, it's something that you make a decision you want to be a father. If you're not ready to be a father, please don't be a father.
Yes.
Because that life that you bring forth, it depends fully on you.
Entirely.
Entirely.
Yes.
And you see, as a society, we're broken, not because of women, but the father plays a very big role in creating a society.
Yes.
So right now, we'll talk about our country being corrupt and everything. But at the end of the day, the family is the basic unit of a society.
Absolutely.
And it starts with the father.
Yes.
So if the father is able to put everything together, then his family thrives.
Absolutely.
Like my friend Jeff says, when a father is around, the family thrives, which is very true.
Wow.
And if you even look at most kids who are emotionally stable, the father has played a very big role in that, whether it's a boy or a girl. If it's a boy, there's just a way you'll find they have it together.
Right.
And that's emotionally, I'm talking about emotionally. You know, emotion, once you have that emotional balance,
Right.
it plays a very big role in everything else.
Yes.
Same with the girls.
Yes.
A girl that has been raised with a present dad has a way of, there's a way she just handles things.
True.
She's emotionally available because it's like there are no limits to them because they just feel there's someone who has my back.
Very
you know?
true. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So to me, that's fatherhood.
Right.
Yep.
That is such a wonderful description. But now I want you to tell us about your fathering. Tell us, how did it start? Did you plan for it? Were you always there? Tell us.
For me, fatherhood came in a funny way. You know, for us men, mostly we're just random people.
Yes.
And we never really planned to get married or anything.
Yes.
But during that dating period, you have someone who you lock your eyes and then you decide, this is the person I want to have.
Right. Yes.
But then you decide, let's have a relationship. Maybe something will
Show up
show
somewhere.
up. So most of the time you just want to know this person more.
True.
And as the relationship progresses, you find that there's a lot of things that you have in common. There are those that, yes, you don't have in common, but you can always go like, this is okay, I think I can handle this.
Yes.
And then now, after a while, you decide we're going to get married later.
Yes.
So for me, in my case, I was dating a very beautiful lady. Her name is Shireen. So we had gone out for over a year.
Yes.
We were planning to get married.
Yes.
We were planning for a wedding because I come from it's not very religious, really, but my parents are those people who...
Structure of family.
You have to have a wedding.
Absolutely.
And I am the second born in our family, so my sister got married through a wedding. So the next was, that expectation is on you, you know, it has.
In that case, yes.
So now, sometimes things happen the way you don't plan. So all of a sudden, we discovered we were pregnant. And I told my wife, what do you think we need to do about now the whole thing? Because your parents, your mom expects a wedding, my dad expects a wedding. What do we do?
Now we're pregnant.
Yes, now we're pregnant. What do we do?
Yes.
Then she's very understanding. She told me, what do you think? What is your opinion?
Yes.
So I was like, for me, I know you love weddings, and I know you want a very big wedding.
Yes.
So right now, if we rush it just because of the pregnancy, it's not going to make sense.
It won't be the same, yes.
Yeah. So right now, because we have a baby coming through, we have different priorities.
Yes.
Okay. So what we need to do is just let them know what is happening.
Yes.
But the good thing is we had already introduced, so both families knew us.
They were aware.
Yeah, they were aware.
Yes.
So breaking the news first to them was the hardest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I was like, you know, I have a job, you have a job. We don't depend on anyone, you know.
Yes.
I think we are ready to be parents because at that time I was only 26.
Wow.
She was 23.
Oh wow, you're both very young.
Yeah, but you see, sometimes I think maturity doesn't go with age. It goes with responsibilities and how you've been brought up.
Yes.
Because I come from a family of 8, and I was the second born. So you know, you start having responsibility.
Your parenthood started early.
Yes, I became a parent when I was still very young. So by the time you're 26, we always think we're very old and mature when you're 26. Right now I'm 35 is when I realized, oh, that time I was young.
You were so young.
I didn't realize I was so young.
Are just stressed out.
Yep.
Right now, I'll turn that you'll be such an old person.
What do I do with this now?
30-year-old is a baby.
Yep.
Per se.
Yep.
Yes.
But for us, it was it was easy because even for her, she was a very responsible person.
Yes.
And when we looked at it, we were like, so we have both jobs, so there's no one we're going to be depending on. We're not going to be stressing anyone.
Right.
So let's do it.
Okay.
So now the hardest part was now going, you
To
go tell your
tell,
people,
yes,
go tell my people.
Yeah,
I
to
know
say
it's going to be hard.
The cat showed up before the horse.
Yeah. So for me,
yes.
my mom, especially my mom, is kind of religious. I'll just say religious. And you know, for our parents, it's not so much about them.
True.
It's more about their friends. What will their friends say?
What will they say?
Yeah,
what
their
will
church
Mama
people.
Nani say?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, this guy has not had a wedding and he's having a baby.
Right.
So I knew that was going to be the toughest.
Yes,
and, you know, my parents are retired and they went back to the village. So I had to go all the way. So it was a bit hard to say.
Yes.
And then day 1, day 2, now day 3 when I'm supposed to leave, and I'm like, guys, gather together. There's something I need to say. And I'm like, this guy jokes a lot, but when he tells us gather around, it's something very serious. So I sat them down and I told them, not in so many words. I just told them, by end of January next year, you guys will be having a grandkid. They went quiet. Then my mom went again, what did you say? I said, by end of January of next year, you'll be having a grandchild from me. It's like, so first of all, no, they are shocked, so they keep quiet. It's a normal reaction for them because they never saw it coming. So they just go like, okay, so who's the lady? I'm like, I only have one lady who you know.
Of course.
And they're like, okay, if it's her, then it's fine. I think we'll just see we'll just plan out how things go. Maybe we need to now see the parents and then just come together and see how this works. And fortunately, I have very supportive parents, and she also has very supportive parents. When she told her mom, she took it positively, and she was like, because the mom liked me, she knew me, the dad knew me, and I knew her through her sister, who I used to work with. So all of them knew me. And they were always expecting definitely it's going to happen, but it wasn't going to happen this soon. So we got the support from day 1. So we were like, for us, parenthood was easy for us. We always had a lot of support. We always had a lot of support. So end of January, Tyrone was born. That was 2013, January 2013. 30th. And then in between, because for us, when that happened, we planned, we felt like we wanted our kids to grow like together. So we wanted to, we planned to have, like if we're having 3, let the gap be very small so that
they can all grow up.
They can all grow up as, you know, when there's a big gap, sometimes, you know, there are those kids who look at their other sibling and like, uko na utoto, you know, aka ni kadogo, you know, so they don't really bond. So unfortunately, things don't work out the way you plan. So the first time we had a miscarriage, and then after a while, we decided, okay, let's try again. So when we tried again, again it happened.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
We've talked about it so much, Baka. Nowadays, it just feels, it feels natural.
And honestly, it's a moment of also telling that parent at home, it's okay, these things happen, and you heal. So we never gave up. But for me, it was more painful to me than I used to feel sorry for her, you know, because you're like, you know, all this is happening in her body, and there's nothing much you can do about it, you know. And then at some point, you just feel you're part of the cause why. But unfortunately, they used to go and do a test, and they could never tell why it was happening. They could never tell what was happening. And then later, we just decided, after a while, we decided, why should we give up? Let's just try again one more time, you know? Because I love kids, my wife loves kids. So she was like, okay. But I was asking her, are you really ready for that pain again? Then she's like, I'm ready. It's not you forcing me, it's me. And once my mind has already decided I'll do it, I think my body will have to. True.
So fortunately, this time round, we had a baby girl. Her name is Taraji.
Yes.
That's why we gave her the name Taraji.
Yes.
Taraji is Swahili for hope. Still
Yes,
hope.
yes,
Still
yes,
hope.
yes.
So we hoped against hope when now everything had worked
Yes,
out against
yes,
us.
yes.
And this kind of it cleared all the tears and all the pain and everything that we went through.
Right.
And after Taraji was born, it was so easy for my wife to talk to other women who have gone through that.
Yes, yes, yes.
And there's a friend of hers who had gone, when you talk to people is when you realize
Yes.
the people who've gone through worse than you.
It's true.
And then you realize, so I'm so
I'm not
blessed.
alone, yes.
I didn't even realize I'm so
Yes,
blessed.
yes.
At least I had one.
It's true. It's true.
So you have people who've never even had any.
Yeah.
So when we used to share those messages with those people, we used to just get more people wanting to talk to us about
Yes,
it.
yes.
And it was life-changing for us because you see, when the first baby came, it was easy.
Yes.
It was very soft.
Yes.
And we assumed
Everything
getting
else
babies
would
is
be like
always
that.
that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
But you see, when you go through that pain, is when you realize that a child is special.
Imagine.
A child
Yes.
is not just a child.
Yes.
So that's why for me now,
Yeah.
fatherhood became more special when I realized that kids don't just come from
Yes,
nowhere.
yes, 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 yes.
They're given to you, and it's a gift from God. So I don't just look at kids,
Yes.
regardless of whether they're mine or whoever. It's a special way to get those kids to this world. And to get them to full time and to get them to where they are, and you see them growing up.
Absolutely.
And that's why for me fatherhood is special.
Yes.
Because I need to be there to give my wife that emotional support
Absolutely.
and all that kind
Yes,
of support that she needs.
yes.
And you see, for women, when they see us stepping up, definitely
They feel
so
true,
good.
yes.
They feel good.
Yes.
And I can say also for me, fatherhood was easy because my dad was always present for us. And I can say even when we used to, because I remember 90% of the time in school or whatever, it's my dad who used to come for all those parents' meetings.
Look at
So
that.
it came so natural for us. So nowadays when I go for parents' days in school, then
yes.
90% are women.
Women, it's true.
And you look at it and you're like,
Yes.
even sometimes we're even awarded the men who come. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to
it's
be
your
awarding
duty,
us.
yes.
It's my duty.
Yes.
But then again, you look at it and see society has made it that when
So
a man
normal.
steps up,
Yeah,
which is
that it's
normal,
like they need a trophy for it.
they need a trophy.
Yes.
For what?
Yes.
It's normal. That's
Yes.
your work. It's your
Yes.
job. Why
Yes.
should I pay you extra or tip you for your
Imagine,
job?
for what you should be doing in
what
the
you should
first
be
place.
doing.
Yes.
But I think when we have programs like we have with my friend Jeff, there was
Right.
something we're starting called Present Fatherhood.
Yes, yes.
And it's not to put pressure on men.
Right.
It's just to make men understand that it's
Yes.
not as hard.
Yes.
And we also come from a society where there are people who father is not even supposed to be there.
True.
The dad steps in,
Yes.
the kids step out.
I agree. That's what
so,
we knew.
Yep.
Simba
Simba
akili.
akiingia tu
Tunatoroka
kila
kama
mtu
panya.
anahepa.
Yes.
But we need to create a relationship, a friendly environment. Yes,
With
we're
our
not
kids.
supposed to be. I think we just need to be, as parents.
Yeah.
We just sometimes it's not good to be too uptight as a father.
Yeah.
To a point your kids are even scared of you. We just need to be people who our kids can come to
It's a
us.
safe space for them.
Yeah, safe
Yes.
space for them. When
Yes.
they feel there's something that they need to tell us, let them not think twice about
Absolutely.
it. Let them just, and you see, it's
Yes.
us who will create that environment.
True.
And I'll create that environment. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be firm with them.
True.
I'm just firm with them, but they know they can always count on me. They can always talk to me about
Very true.
anything.
Very true.
Yep. Yep.
I agree. Wow, Hillary, it's almost like you are a beautiful creature in the world. In as much as fathers should do what they're supposed to do, you are going the extra mile. And I'd love to hear more about present fatherhood, and to also talk. Let's put this into perspective. In Kenya, in Nairobi, in 2021. We have a real issue of absent fatherhood, and we are talking of all manners of absenteeism. We are talking of fathers choosing when to be fathers, where else mothers put in all the
All
work.
the effort. Yep.
I will talk about that gap and how the pillar the head of this unit falls, how it affects other things, what the child does, what they're exposed to. Because with the little I know, in fact, the rule is very simple. A father provides, he protects, he professes his love to his own, and he is the one thing that keeps the families together. And it's unfortunate that more and more moms are taking up the role. Right. And I usually say, even myself as a mom raising my boys alone, I say I'm a fantastic mother, but I can never be a dad, no matter what I do.
That's very true.
And also indicate the aspect of fatherhood is not just biological. It can be legal. It can be by fact, where you decide I'm taking care of this child. There's the father figure aspect.
The figure.
Right? And so on the nest we give hope. We say, if there's a mom out there who is like me and I'm wondering, now what, how do I raise these boys on my own? Because I can't count on the father. At the same time, I would know, who do I go to? Who can I trust to make them, especially for boys, there's a time they will reach and they will no longer be the little guys who are always following me, holding my skirt everywhere, but they want to be a man. And there has to be a man to show them how to be a man. And we'll address all these things along the way with your wonderful friend who's been a guest here before. And every time I interview dads, it's such a breath of fresh air. In our 2 seasons, perhaps I've interviewed maybe you're the 4th dad. Yes,
awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
And especially a dad who shows up alone. So we don't take this for granted. And again, you're setting a wonderful example.
Thank you.
And you're inspiring a lot of young dads out there by showing them that you're not a broken human being. In case you you decide to be a good father. Again, there's
it's
the
all
aspect,
up to you.
right? There's that aspect of awarding, like I'm the best dad, and then there's an aspect of, let's be honest, being stereotyped. He's the one changing the diapers, really? Who does he think he is? But at the end of the day, there are actually dads who enjoy fatherhood. There are dads who want to do it. And I know you said you don't want to scare any dad away, and you're like, it's not easy, but guys, it's easy.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's very rewarding.
It's very rewarding.
And honestly, the way they say for mothers, the title above queen is mother. And I think today I can bring it to the aspect of men, of kings. The title above king is father. And a present father.
A present one.
In that case. So we're going to take a short break, obviously, and then we will bring Jeff in, who will tell us a little more about what you're doing, and we'll have this very honest conversation. And I want you to speak to the youth who watch The Nest on Y254. Talk to them, the ones who haven't gotten their children yet, what they would do in case they are unable to, sometimes you find yourself, like you said, sometimes men go with the flow. A baby shows up. And we've had a guest here who said it happened to him. He was he just cleared university. He's thinking, goodness me, I'm just a 25-year-old man.
What do I do with this?
What do I do?
So you ran.
Yes, and he was very honest. He said, my first thought was run. But then everything he did after the thought, he pushed the thought at the back of his head. He says it's the best thing that ever happened. And people also don't realize what a blessing it is to even be a father. It comes with blessing. Right? Exactly. All right, guys. It's such an interesting conversation. We are with a wonderful dad. His name is Hilary. He's unafraid to share his story, and also touched on the pain he feels or he felt when his wife was going through these unfortunate circumstances of losing 2 babies, and he decided to be the best dad he could be to his kids. And again, you can see the structure. He was brought up by a present father. He's a present father, and I believe that his son is going to be a present future father. We'll take a short break, and do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.